And Anonymous, as I covered earlier today on the radio program, Anonymous is very active there. You've also had people with open carry, because what they're saying in Walmart is like, well, if somebody's going to buy a BB gun now, we will, they'll have to ask us for it, and we will take it up to the front of the store and give it to them. So presumably you could then walk outside and get shot, so that you're not going to get shot in the store. I mean, it should not be a crime to be holding a gun. The guy was not doing anything that was threatening anybody with a gun. And the guy who called 911 and lied about that, and then lied to this guy. Yeah, what's happening to him? He lied about that. He got this man killed. There was actually somebody else who died, had a heart attack, literally scared to death in the store. So basically, he caused the death of 2 people doing a fraudulent 911 call. He made up information about it. He got caught with the surveillance cameras. Once they showed him the surveillance cameras and said, look, what you said was happening was not happening. You know, what's going to happen to that guy? I mean, he should have some liability in it. But it's really a shame how this system is proceeding. Something needs to be done to prove its innocence.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Joe, if you have to move at anywhere at any time, you just pick up, just let us know what you're doing. And even if it's live, I mean, this is unscripted. We don't know what's going to happen here. And if you think you need to get to a better vantage point, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to move real quick and get to a spot where I can kind of see what's going on all around me. Okay.
Sounds good. And in fact, I want to go to another report that we have, and you're going to go get set up in the reporter room.
Yeah.
And then you're going to come back in here, and whatever happens after the fallout, I want you back in here so we can analyze it and talk with the guys in the field out there. But we're going to go to this second report. This was the next night's attack in Ferguson. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but just with the small amount of demonstrations that were going on then, and you look at the overblown police presence, well, now there's hundreds of FBI, there's secret armies, there's National Guards, a state of emergency. They're calling out all forces. And, you know, maybe right now at the Ferguson Police Department, it's just a few guys in jackets. But let me be assured, they've got the Spartans ready to come out with their shields at a moment's notice.
Absolutely.
We've seen this, you know.
Provoking the situation. Reminds
me when I was back in Pennsylvania, all peaceful protests every day. Nothing happened of any significance.
G20, yeah.
Yeah, G20. This is in 2009. Well, at the end of the G20 had ended, and there was a 50-person protest in a park far away from where the G20 was taking place, up near Pitt campus, where 50 people showed up. 50 people showed up to protest police brutality of what went on there. And 1,500 riot cops show up in full battle gear, ready to go. And they were just waiting to try their kettling maneuvers. We know they've got kettling charts set up here where they're going to try to squeeze protesters in. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but you're going to go file that report as soon as the verdict comes out. You're going to be monitoring that in the reporter station. And let's go to that report now. This is, I guess, the second or third night of the action and the events, the first time the crew went into Ferguson.
All right, it's Saturday night at 11:57 p.m. 3 minutes. Curfew will be in effect in Ferguson, Missouri. As you can see, a strong police presence behind me. We're in the free speech zone. As journalists, well, unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that status. Peaceful people out here so far. The streets are mostly deserted. As far as I can see, there's rumors of people behind buildings. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll find out soon enough. And let's just see what happens.
We give you the lay of the land.
No curfew! No justice! 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 No curfew! Jail right now.
This is the police department. You are violating the state-imposed curfew. You must continue to disperse peacefully, or you will be subject to arrest and/or other actions. You must clear the roadway. You are violating the state-imposed curfew. You must disperse the area immediately. You are in violation of the state state-imposed curfew. You are subject to arrest and these continued actions. You must leave immediately.
Oh, here we go. It's going down. Oh, that's going right at us. Watch out. Yes. We're throwing them back. Oh, damn. Oh, man.
You must disperse immediately. You are in violation of the state-imposed curfew. Failure to comply peacefully will result in arrest and/or other actions.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, but I can't breathe.
Okay. In case you're watching this right now, this is not what's going on live. This is what happened to our guys the first time they were in Ferguson. We're just showing you what possibly could happen. This is how far it got out of hand last time. We've been promised different things. We've been promised no tear gas. We've been promised no arresting of journalists. Well, they've already arrested journalists. So we're just showing you what happened last time. We're about 8 minutes away from the press conference, and we're going to go to that live, but we're going to continue with this report, and then we'll come back into the studio in the Central Texas Command Center.
They do. Biggs just said that the National Guard is now in control of the area. The National Guard is taking control of the area.
Jackson, INFOWARS. Let's pull this mask off. It's as real as it gets. I cannot breathe. I'm still dripping snot. Joe Biggs is out here. They hit us with freaking tear gas.
So there you see the effects of tear gas right there, what happened to somebody. And that's Sha'Carri Jackson, who wasn't doing anything, was acting as a journalist, was there as a journalist. And there you see what happens to, those are the effects of tear gas. I mean, that could happen again. Joe Biggs got shot with a rubber bullet last time. I think Kid Daniels got tear gassed. Josh Owens did. Josh Owens had to take refuge in a car with a Vice TV journalist, a Vice.com journalist, and literally they were surrounded by cops. And I don't know how they got out. Josh doesn't even know because he couldn't see. He was blinded. He really, he was totally blind. But we're going to go back to Joe Biggs. He's got some news on the National Guard. Joe, what's going on now? What's the situation like out there?
Or fire department, I should say, on South Florissant here in Ferguson. I just got information that the National Guard is now in charge of operations. And just now you can tell that earlier when I showed you, the police have been standing back quite a bit. I've had some people send me photographs of Humvees pulling into the area. Over on West Florissant, they've got some set up as well. So it's only a matter of time before they move in this way. The word that we got that National Guard will be coming in and protecting or help protect the fire departments and police stations in the surrounding St. Louis area. So far, we haven't seen them show up here yet, but they could be here anytime. There's still helicopters flying overhead, and they're, as you can see behind me, I don't know how well you can see, there's still a lot of people. The whole road's blocked off completely. It's definitely heating up, and we're only minutes away now. So I'm on pins and needles myself trying to figure out what's going to happen here. But we're going to be live streaming this entire time, or you streaming, I should say. And, it's nice. A lot of people are saying they're able to see the broadcast on YouTube. I'm hearing good things about that as well. So I'm glad we're able to bring this to everybody.
Yeah, and I'll just remind people once again, you can catch this at Infowars.com/show for our free stream going out. You can also catch the free stream on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Alex Jones channel. Now, if you're on PrisonPlanet.tv, if you're one of our members, you can share your username and password with up to 20 people. And this is going to happen in perpetuity now. We're not going to go back on that. It used to be 11. Now it's up to 20. So you could call 19 of your friends right now and get them on watching it on Prison Planet TV. Or you could go to YouTube and watch it. Looks like, what do we got? 3,400 people watching right now. Man, that's a lot of people, plus the Infowars.com/show. There you can see Joe. He's answered a question from a little bit ago. We're also going to be on Ustream.tv/Real Alex Jones and Alex Jones Live. So we've got plenty of places where we're bringing you the information of what's going to happen. This is really kind of a maiden voyage broadcast for us, coming down to one of these decisions to be able to bring it to you live on the nightly news. Go ahead, Joe.
There are now three helicopters overhead. One that's pretty close, two that are staying really far up. But, yeah, everybody's starting to close in. This seems like one of the main spots. I'm not sure what you guys are able to see from Fox or CNN, if they have people in Clayton at all, but this seems like to be the jump-off spot for the verdict to be released, where everybody's going to be either celebrating or not.
Yeah, it's amazing to see the stress that these cell networks are going under from everybody streaming. The last few nights, the streams have been crystal clear, not a lot of jitter, but now with everybody in that area, we're getting a lot more jitter, a lot of just difference in what's going on with the signals out there. So you can tell those infrastructure networks are being stressed and pushed to their limit. There's a quick shot of what's going on CNN right now. They're showing an inside shot of the grand jury. There's Anderson CIA Cooper. They've also got, is that Don Lemon probably walking around? He's been out there showing some shots.
I saw him today. He showed up earlier today. He was outside. I'm sure he's spewing forth plenty of lies on CNN.
Well, that's their job. This is guaranteed. You're going to see this as a state-managed situation, whether it becomes a riot.
It's only a matter of time to see before we see another one of these stage actor police officers stage an event where they push Don Lemon or something, or maybe Anderson Cooper, big tappers out here as well. So maybe we'll see one of those staged events again like we did last time.
Yeah, and we're about 3 minutes till. If you're looking for some of our older reports, you can go to the Alex Jones channel and watch some of those. We have a playlist of just what the crew has done this past 10 days. And then we've got further reports. If you just do a search on Ferguson and INFOWARS.com, it'll bring up lots of stuff that they've produced in the past. I mean, we really are out there on the front lines trying to get you guys the information. And we've got some amazing stuff we're going to play later once this verdict is announced. We've got 2 reports, one from John Bound, one from Leanne McAdoo. But I don't want to overshadow what's about to be happening. I think you're about to see a historic event where people are all at once in one large location about to receive some information that we haven't really seen since the OJ verdict was announced. I mean, a big case like this where so many people were out, and we saw it happen in those 90s riots. Darren McBreen actually lived through it, not in it, but he was around the area. He could see fires. He was driving down the interstate, and he goes, I remember I looked over and I saw a gas station on fire, and I thought that was funny. And then I saw the one next to it, and then I looked across the highway, and there was another gas station on fire. And that's when it really hit me that something was really going down big time. And it looks like we're at 7:58:30 right now. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on YouTube, Prison Planet or Infowars.com/show. We've got the crew in the back. Why don't you give a quick shot of the crew back there in the control room. We've got several of our guys back there. There's CJ, Joe, and Travis, and everyone. We've got Lewis working social media. There's Leanne McAdoo, John Bound, Nico, Marcos Morales, and there's Richard sporting the beard as well. And so we got the full crew in effect. We're here at 8 o'clock. The 3 guys, Richard, Nico, and CJ, have been here since the early morning hours. They've been here running the show while Alex was out. Alex is taking a well-deserved break from all this. He'll be in tomorrow, though, to discuss and analyze all the events. He's been able to watch all this from afar and not be in it. So it'll be really interesting to see his perspective from it. But I really think this is a staged, managed crisis. These guys are a state-managed crisis, I should say. The state is coming in and taking full control of the narrative, or at least they're attempting to. But we're going to be on the ground. We're going to see what's going on. Joe, do you have any final thoughts before we go to this live grand jury decision, I guess, this press conference?
Pray for us, please.
Yeah, definitely pray. You guys are wearing Infidel body armor. We'll give them a plug. Infidel body armor. You guys have both been wearing it for many nights. You guys have your gas mask. You guys are prepared.
Yeah, I'm
hoping you don't have to use that tonight.
I don't know. I kind of miss the tear gas,
Yeah, right.
That fresh aroma of just tyranny.
We just showed a video of Jakari being affected by the tear gas. He did not look like he was having a good time. How is Jakari? Where's he at right now?
he is walking around trying to give you guys some shots to cut away to from time to time while I'm standing over here. He's trying to give you guys a little